Hey everyone, welcome back to Parenting Parrots. I'm Mixie Casanova, and today I'm going to talk to you about a book. What I suggest. So, if you guys really and truly follow me, you would know by now, because you would follow my blog, that I'm into books. I believe that it's important to always get a book when you obtain a parrot. Now, I would suggest getting a book about that specific species because, as you know, that each parrot is completely different. We're all completely different people, just like parrots are completely different. And so, what works for one may not necessarily work for another. With that being said, I wanted to start off with Guide to Companion Parrot Behavior. This is by one of my favorite parrot authors, which is Mattie Sue. I absolutely love her. I really do. I really do. But even though I love her, I've looked at this book as what it's for. I was not biased at all. Now, my book is kind of ratty-tatty because it's been a few years. When I speak about this book, I want us to keep in mind that this book is done in 1999. So we've come a long way in parrot knowledge since then. So a few of the things that the book suggests, like she does stress a lot in this book about keeping your bird's wings clipped. Now, as you know, I don't believe in clipped wings. Um, I understand the whole entire thing behind it. I do. I just don't like it, I guess. And that's just my personal preference. So, although I am suggesting this book as a good read, I'm suggesting it mostly for people who either have a parrot and are looking to add to their flock, or for people who are looking to add a parrot to their family. I think this is a great book to have because it covers a lot of stuff. It covers a lot. So, basically, the main things that this book covers to start is different parrot stereotypes. I say stereotypes because she's just going off of what people have said about their parrots. Like, oh, my parrot's like this. Oh, my parrot's like this. Oh, my parrot's like this. But with that being said, she did do intensive research and speak to a lot of different people that have their parrots. And this is what she's put in the book is what was consistent across the board. So maybe it's not a stereotype. I don't know. Anyways, I just feel a stereotype because certain things like, again, we'll talk about the African greys being phobic are, you know, I'm trying to think what else is a stereotype for my birds. I don't think there's any other bird that has a stereotype here. But yeah, it's just certain things that you find I just don't agree with. But with that being said, if a lot of the owners are experiencing the same thing, then it definitely is worth mentioning, right? Because you could get a parrot that is like this. So I think we just need to remember that. My baby is sleeping beside me. I'm trying not to wake him up. Anyhow, with that being said, let's get into it. So this is my review of Guide to Companion Parrot Behavior. I read the book from beginning to end, believe it or not. Like I said, I'm a very avid reader. Sorry, my laptop just shut down. So I read it from beginning to end. And my favorite chapter, I'll tell you guys, is chapter 9. And the reason why it's chapter 9 is because, for me, I already have my parrots. I know a lot about them, etc. But chapter 9 is my favorite because it's called Stories About Companion Parrots. And we talk about the different parrots that, like, there's stories about them. So, she has Bernadette, Lolita, and Dolly. And I just love the stories because for me, reading and hearing about different people's stories, it actually makes me happy. I don't know. Maybe I'm weird, but I enjoy it. Like it's interesting to me. So that was my favorite chapter. But let's get through it. So you have your foreground, you have your preface, then you have chapter 1. What is a companion parrot? In that chapter, she covers a parrot needs more than a cracker, learning indoor survival skills, patterning for cooperation, confidence, and trust, bonding and effective socialization, accommodating chewing and messiness. Would you enjoy a parrot's companionship? This is very important because when you think about, people don't realize what kind of work goes into having a bird as a pet. They think it's something easy. It's not. It's really difficult, like really difficult. Sorry, I'm just trying to center you guys better. Okay. Learning indoor survival skills. Remember that these birds are made for the wild, so therefore some of the things that they possess are not going to be suitable for the home life. We need to remember that it's not going to be. So certain things that you have to train them, are you're going to have a wild bird, or at least one that exhibits wild behavior. If you're okay with that, then great. If you're not okay with that, then yeah, you got to see what you can do and what you can't do. For example, coming down, accommodating, chewing, and messiness. That's automatic. It's in their system. That's what they do. They are going to be messy because in the wild, they have the freedom of the whole entire world. They're not restrained to a cage or a house or whatever. So they could poop anywhere they want. They could do anything like that. But as we know, birds can be potty trained, so therefore you control that poopiness. So there's certain things that you could do to help. But messiness, really, you give them a raspberry or any type of fruit, really, and it'll be all over their cage and all over your floor. Oh, I think that's the thing that irks me the most. I see it on my floor and I'm thinking, oh my goodness, I don't want to see it on my floor. But that's what it is. It's on my floor. So anyways, chewiness, yes, it gets expensive to try and accommodate their chewiness because like for Grayson, which is my African gray, I'm constantly trying to buy him big wood toys so he could have toys to cover his beak. But I give him straws, I give him wood, I give him cardboard. He has all these different things to deal with his chewiness. Chewiness is an issue. What else did it say? Bonding and effective socialization. They're not going to come just because you paid for them. Doesn't mean that they're going to bond to you. Doesn't mean that they're going to want to deal with you. You have to accept those things. You have to realize how can you get past it. So this is basically just setting you up. The cooperation, the confidence, and the trust. It's teaching you what you need. So it covers step-up cooperation. It covers handling. It covers toweling. It covers a lot of those things. So I think that's very important for you to read about, right? Finding the right bird is chapter 2, and that says the search for the perfect baby, the second-hand bird, rehabilitating the previously owned parrot, and selecting and training a talking parrot. Again, beautiful chapter because we all really usually start out with babies. If you can and you're willing to put in the work to get a second hand, to rehome and give a bird another chance, that is great. And it talks about the window of opportunity when you have a chance to actually put in your rules and what you want your bird to learn from you, to get your bird to accept you regardless of what they've been through prior. Selecting and training a talking parrot basically is just saying talk to the breeder if you're getting it through a breeder, and see which one they is showing or exhibiting talking behavior if that's what you're looking for. Oh, did I turn it down? Okay. Next chapter is chapter 3, and that's called What to Expect of the Old World Parrots. The African gray parrots are in here, the African parrots are in here, the common lovebird, and the ringnecks. That's the old world parrots. I'm a bit confused, so maybe somebody could tell me in the comments field what classify these birds as old world parrots, because this is not the first time I've heard the terminology old world, new world. So what classified the birds as the old world parrots? I would like to know that, and I don't know. However, this is a great chapter because it lets us know about each of the parrots. What you can expect if you get this parrot, what's the norm, what's their lifespan, what's, just about the parrot's personality. So I think this is the most important chapter if you are one of those people that don't have a parrot that is looking for a parrot, or if you're one of those people that already have a parrot but want to add another parrot to your household and you're not really sure, or if you're just interested in reading about different parrots, like Weirdo here, this is a good option. So chapter 4 is what to expect of the New World parrots. And that is the magnificent macaws, the amazing dependable Amazons, the amazing dependable Amazons, the conures, the Quakers, which she titles terrific talkers for a tiny price. That is for sure. The Clownus, Cayes, Pionus parrots, the pocket parrots, which include the parrotlets. And that's what chapter 4 is about. Again, it's the same thing as chapter 1, but these parrots in this chapter is considered the New World parrots. Again, if someone could explain to me the difference, how they got labeled New World, I'd really like to know. The funny thing is, when I look at this, I've went through almost all these birds. Like the African grays, as you know, I have one. A Senegal, I don't have a Senegal, but I have a story there because we did bring home a Senegal, and then I had to bring it back to the store. So I'll do a story time about that. The lovebird, as you know, we had a lovebird that was born here named Boss that I rehomed to a breeding program because she was parent raised, and I realized that she was exhibiting that behavior. Give me 1 second, hold on. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so the lovebird, yeah, so we have that. The ringnecks, as you know, I have Parain, which is our female Indian ringneck, and I have Ringo, which is our male Indian ringneck. I'm also going to do a video on that to let you guys know the difference between the male and the female is like night and day, I find anyways. For me, I love both of them, but I think I'm more keen on Ringo than I am Parain just because of the vocal difference, and I'll explain that some other time. But anyways, the ringnecks I have. The macaws, I've never had a macaw. They're just, I love the macaw. I love macaws, guys. I love macaws. But because I live in an apartment, I think it's unfair for me to have a macaw because Grayson's wingspan is about the size of my hallway. So when he flies, it's like just the perfect size to get him through in order for him to be able to fly through the house. So if I was supposed to have a macaw, I would feel so bad because I just wouldn't have the space. And it hurts me because I really want to get there. Hopefully one day. And Amazon, I've never had an Amazon. I love them though. Their talents, oh, when they talk and they're singing, oh my goodness. It's like touching when you hear an Amazon sing. They're amazing. So but I've stayed away from them. You know why? Because it was funny. When I first got Grayson, I met a girl at the bird store, and she was like, "Oh, I have an Amazon," and she was telling me about the Amazon and everything. But she had her little granddaughter with her or something, and they showed me this girl's arm, and she had 2 holes, like literally through her arm, and they said the Amazon did that, and I was like, "What?" But it's still there. Like, it's not ever gonna go away. Like this, she's gonna have this for the rest of her life, it looks like. And I was like, wow, okay, I'm gonna stick with my African gray, thanks. The conures, as you know, I have conures, sorry. I've never passed the black cap conures, but I didn't have to because I'm in love with black caps. I think they're terrific. Quakers, I had Piper, as you guys know. I loved Piper. And his talking ability was amazing. His singing ability was amazing. His entertaining ways was amazing. He would accept any stranger could come up to him and say something that he knew, and he would respond. Like, he literally would respond and say blah, 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 whatever he had to say to them. And, he was just so encouraging to anybody coming in. He was welcoming, very, very welcoming. Like, he was that bird that you want to engage your guest kind of thing, I guess. And even with the kids, he was so understanding with the kids. Like, I taught my daughter every time when he would say her name, she would bring him a treat. And so he would see her and automatically he'd be like, Shania. And then she would bring him a treat. And then she's like, oh, Piper, you keep calling me. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Piper was amazing. So definitely, I don't have any regrets about having a Quaker parrot. I loved having a Quaker parrot. He was amazing. That's all I can say. The kayaks, we had a kayak for a very brief moment. Oh, I think the new kids are crying. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Sorry, my daughter just woke up. yeah, so the kayaks, we had for a brief second, we had a kayak here. She was jumpy, just like the lorikeets. Well, I don't know if she was a she. She came here. She was a second-hand parrot, and she was named Bella. So she was jumpy. She was cool though. So kayaks are definitely an option if you don't want a lorikeet, because lories have the squirting poo. I do find that lories are still more hyper than a kayak, but that was just based off of my own experience that I'm talking. The Pyonis parrots, I've never had a Pyonis. I'm trying to get one though. I'm talking to a breeder of a blue-headed Pyonis. She's an amazing breeder. I'm really, really looking forward to getting one of her birds. So when she does have one, subscribe. You don't want to miss that. We will definitely be adding a Pyonis to our family. It'll be a blue-headed Pyonis once this breeder eventually has one. I will refuse to get from any other breeder. Anyways, the pocket parrots, as you know, we just got parrotlets, but they're breeder parrotlets, so I don't think I'm getting to see the personality, because I started training them. Like, I started doing target training through the cage, and they're accepting it and they're learning. And you guys got to see the one that dances when she eats, Thelma. So I could kind of see personality, but I'm not quite sure, so I can't talk about it, but we still have her here too. Anyways, going on. Chapter 5. Sorry, this is getting longer than I wanted. Okay, so chapter 5 is what to expect of the specific distribution parrots. Again, I don't know the title of these, how they got them, but someone let me know in the comments below. You got the budgies, which is considered the most popular parrot, of course, because it's the easiest one to obtain. You got cockatoos, the perfectly charming cockatiel, the eclectus, the lories, and other specific, I could be saying, distribution parrots, which is like grass geeks, etc. So again, this is a great chapter, letting you know about each one. Budgies, I had bought a budgie for my niece, so we did get experience of that. It was so adorable. That was, I think, it was an English budgie. Really, really nice. A cockatoo, as you know, I had Lola, which was a gala cockatoo. Yeah, cockatoo.
I want to buy those.
You want to buy those?
Yeah.
We had a cockatoo before you were born. That was Lola. Oh, she was the reason why I started parenting parrots.
I did flying.
Because I had no knowledge about parrots, and I needed knowledge. So there you go. The cockatiel. Yeah. Oh, I got a cockatiel. Yes, we had a cockatiel. My niece actually had a cockatiel because her grandfather. Huh?
I thought you do.
Okay. Let me just talk to them for a second and get it done, okay? And then we'll talk about the birds that you want to talk about. So the cockatiel, we actually do have experience with the cockatiel, and I'll let you guys know what happened there. Jay, are you going to join me for that story time about the cockatiel? Okay, I don't know if he will, but anyways, so there's that. And then we go on to, okay, and then we go on to the eclectus. I've never had an eclectus, but again, there's a story there. Oh my god, I have a story about everything. So I did have the eclectus for like 15 minutes. Believe it or not. I'll explain that another time. Why are the lights on?
Yes, that's from the back.
And the lories, as you know, we got them. And grass keats, no experience there. Can you turn on the light? Why would you turn off the light? I am so sorry, guys. Thank you. Okay, so chapter 6 is general care and other considerations, which is bringing the new baby bird home, the cage, the perch, or on the perch it's called, and then low stress grooming, a behavioral perspective. So you're going to be reading about what to expect, what to already have set up. Hold on, sorry. Yes? Yeah, moon. Okay, we can't go to the moon. Sorry, guys. My kids woke up while I'm doing this video. I do apologize. But, yes. So, bringing the new baby home, what to expect, what to already have, how the cage should be, the perch, etc. You want that in there. So, that gives you that information if you're kind of like, what should the cage look like? What should already be there?
What is what?
Give me one second. Let me get these kids entertained by something else so I can finish this video. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, guys. So next we go on to chapter 7. And chapter 7 is behavioral development. It's okay. Chapter 7 is called behavioral development, and that is making the most of the baby days. Basically, that's what I call the honeymoon stage, where you kind of let the bird know how the rest of their life's gonna go. Really, this is the stage where you can kind of get away with doing anything, not anything like hurtful or anything like that, but it's the beginning stage of when you teach the baby. Like, you want to get the step up in there. You want to get everything you could possibly get in there. Okay. You want to get everything that you possibly can get in there at that time. Okay. Obviously, me getting them to do something else didn't work. I just really want to tell you guys to read this book. I really do. Okay, so let's continue. In the behavioral development, it's making the most of the baby days, the developmental period, and what to expect as the bird matures. I think that is really important because a lot of times people get baby birds and they think, oh my gosh, they're so amazing. They're going to sit like this. Oh, they can do this. Oh, they can do that. And they don't realize that that bird is going to mature. And when that bird matures... Okay, I'll deal with it in a second, baby. When that bird matures, that bird may not be that same bird. So you really want to instill positive reinforcement in order to make sure that what you want the bird to continue doing will actually be consistent throughout their lifetime. Next, we go on to chapter 8, which is occasional behavioral issues. Now, if you guys remember the title of this book, it is Guide to Companion Parrot Behavior. So chapter 8 is occasional behavioral issues. It's the longest chapter, or at least the chapter with the most different sections. It covers when the new baby... Okay. It covers when the new baby won't eat independently, beyond biting, which is patterning techniques for maintaining peaceful behavior, reinforcing introduced behavioral changes, forgetting foul language and other nuisance sounds, extreme screaming, what if my parrot doesn't talk, recovering confidence in a fearful parrot, feather chewing, snapping, and plucking, professional behavioral intervention, when to look for it and what to expect. I think all of these are very important. You can't go wrong with any of these. A lot of times people are talking about birds that are screaming or their bird doesn't talk. How can they get their bird to talk? Though actually, I have to say, what she recommends in this book to get your bird to talk is amazing. I think it's a great idea. I've never had to implement it because my birds just always talked. But there's something special about a bird that talks to you. Anyways, I love what she says there. And then also recovering confidence in a fearful parrot. A lot of times, especially if you're dealing with rehomed secondhand birds, that becomes important. Forgetting foul language, I guess it depends if it was a secondhand home or maybe you made a mistake and threw it around the parrot and they caught it. Definitely something else. I'm sure there's other sounds that you guys didn't like that your parrot does that you want to maybe get rid of. So this might work. And of course, we come to chapter 9, which is my favorite. As I told you guys before, that's stories about companion parrots, and we cover 3 stories in there. I think it will be enjoyable if you guys enjoy reading about parrots. It would be something that you definitely enjoy. After that, you got the glossary, the useful addresses and literature, and index. Everyone... Sorry, this video is very long, but it's Guide to Companion Parrot Behavior by Mattie Sue. Like I said, I definitely recommend it. If I had to give it... Hold on. Okay, hold on. If I had to give it 10, like out of 10, 10 being the highest and 1 being the lowest, I would give it I'm in between 7.5 and 8. And the only reason why I'm saying that is because, like I said, she talks a lot about clipping the nails. I'm not clipping the nails, sorry. Your bird needs the nails clipped. It talks a lot about clipping the wings. And I'm just not for it. So that is why I've down the price. That's why I down the rating. However, I do want to show you guys something, which is the beautiful pictures that are in here. Like, the pictures are amazing. If I can get it to. The pictures are amazing, guys. I absolutely think they're in color, as you can see. And they're just, some pictures are just stunning. Like, I just love all of them. And of course, you know, that is my Gala cockatoo. Not mine per se, but that is a Gala cockatoo. If you guys didn't know what a Gala cockatoo is, that's a Gala cockatoo. I had one and I had named her Lola. Okay, 1 second, guys. It's okay. I had named her Lola. And we miss Lola. I miss Lola anyways. Oh my gosh, look at this. Look at this tail. Look at this tail. Oh my god. To all the Amazon owners. Beautiful. And of course, one after my own very heart.
Grace and African
A
Gray.
gray. That's right. Grace and the African Gray.
I didn't see one like
They're just beautiful pictures. I love this. Oh, this one's a bronze-winged Pyonis.
Oh yeah. You're right.
So anyhow, there's a lot of good, beautiful pictures in here.
But
All the macaw owners, I'm so jealous. There, look at that.
I really want one.
Yeah, they're too big for us. Up, and let's not forget.
And a
Oops.
lorikeet.
Oh.
And a lorikeet.
Sorry, guys. Hold on. There we go. Okay.
And he's a lorikeet. He's a lorikeet.
Yeah, he's a lorikeet.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I don't know what I just did. Oh no, I can't get it back. Okay. Anyways, and then there's this one.
The lorikeet.
Beautiful. Anyhow, if you guys also are into seeing pictures of birds that maybe you... It's okay.
Macaw.
If you guys are into seeing pictures of birds that you guys never seen before, there's also that option with this book. So it's definitely a good buy. I recommend it. And no, I do not get any proceeds if you do buy it. I'm not sure if it's on Amazon. What I will do is put a link down below. Hold on. I used to have an Amazon account where I was an affiliate, but oops. Again. Okay. Sorry, the kids are also moving off the bed, so it's moving. Okay. I used to have an Amazon account where I was affiliate, but no one ever bought from me, so they canceled my account. I'm embarrassed to say that, but oh well. Anyhow, guys, I hope you guys like this video. I'm sorry it is so long, but it is a video that's after my own heart. You want to tell them the front of the book?
Look at it. Look at it.
Okay. Sorry, guys. My daughter wants to tell you guys what's on the front of the book. Hold on.
Okay.
So she's going to name each one for you. Go ahead.
There's Grace and African Gray.
Hold on. It's okay. It's okay. Sorry, guys. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Say it.
Okay. Right now.
Mm-hmm.
There's a Grace and African Gray.
Yeah. Come closer to me.
Amazon.
Yeah.
And there's a black conure.
Close. Yeah, conure. But go on.
A conure.
Yeah.
And there's a lorikeet and there's a cockatoo.
There you go. A lorikeet and a cockatoo. Yeah, you got it right. Good job. Good job. Guys, she knows her stuff. What can I say? She knows her stuff. I was actually very proud. I did not teach her. She learned it. She would ask me, who's this? What's this? And I told her, and then eventually she just knew all of them. And now when she sees, when she sees pictures of them or she sees them, she can label them and say, hey, Mom, that's a this or that's a that. So she's done a good job. I'm very proud. It's I'm a bird person, so of course I'm proud when they could, see the birds and label them or title them or know their name or something, whatever. Anyhow, guys, I hope you guys like this video. I'm sorry for the interruptions. I'm sorry that, I'm sorry for the interruptions. And I hope you guys still watched it, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. And please look out for my next book suggestion. Not sure what it will be, but there is a book I'm reading, but I'm not going to tell you guys yet. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Because once we get to 1,000 subscribers, I will be doing, what will I be doing? I will be doing a special of Grayson talking for you guys. So please remember that parenting parrots is not about being a pet owner, but being a parent to a toddler in pure form. Ciao, guys.
Goodbye.